Where is Samson? Where is our hero? Where is our hope? Where is our freedom? Where is Samson? Where is our son? Where is our hope? Where is our freedom? When will God fulfill his promise? When will God set us free? Where is Samson? Where is Samson? Where is our hero? Where is our hope? Where is our freedom? Where is Samson? Where is our son? Pounding drums waken the dawn. A thin blue line glows in the east as silence is shattered. The city begins to stir. The festival awakens. Blind Samson growls at the noise. Is Dagon farting again? His daughter Naomi tries to soothe him, reminding him of the holiday. No grinding blind circles for Philistine bread this day. Samson remembers his childhood when he was a boy, waiting for Passover, and he tells Naomi, "The sun couldn't set quickly enough. We watched it, mother and father and I, the sky turning deeper shades of purple. First, a star would swim into view, and another. With the third, the trumpets would sound, booming from hillside to hillside. We went inside, shutting the door for the Passover feast. I would ask, why is this night different from all other nights? Father would tell the great story of Moses and Aaron and Pharaoh, the plagues of Egypt, the parting of the Red Sea, the covenant of Sinai, a nation delivered from bondage. I remember the candlelit meal, the taste of the lamb, the bitter herbs, the bread, and 4 small sips of wine. Why didn't it last forever? Why did the Philistines come? Why was the promise not kept? Naomi prepares something to eat. As he eats, he remembers the festival today, celebrates his defeat, his blindness, his shame. Samson pushes aside his food, and Naomi comes to cradle his head as he tries to weep with empty eyes. An old woman comes after sunrise, a stranger in a strange town, a strong woman who walked many dozen miles from her home searching. She is searching for Samson, her son, the prophet, the warrior, the judge, the liberator. Zelaponeth finds her son. Is it really you, Samson, our light now lost, who ate honey from the Philistine lion, who harvested warriors with a jawbone as his scythe, who tied you to a Philistine mill wheel, grinding blind circles? A woman betrayed you. Delilah cut your hair. You were always prideful, my son. You claimed it a sign of your victory to take their best women, to live as a lord among them beyond the reach of their laws. Their law reached you when your pride became blindness, and blindness your prison. Zelaponeth confronts Naomi, calls her his jailer, a monster, a whore in dirt and rags, who mocks his weakness while he grinds her bread, a tormentor. Naomi shouts back, I am not a whore. I am not my mother. I have shared his riches and his poverty. I, through 7 years of darkness, I have led him. Samson breaks his silence of shame. You are my sweet one, my child. What love you have for me to share my slavery. My faithful caretaker, my companion, my loyal child. Mother, she is your grandchild. The room is silent for several awkward moments. Zeloponith is hesitant to embrace Naomi. Naomi shares her story. From the first light I saw in my life, a struggle between fire and ice, love and hate. My mother treated me like a doll, dressing me like her. I was her shadow. As I grew, I became an annoyance, a reminder of something she despised in herself. When I turned 12, she wanted to send me to the temple of Baal. Papa was always kind to me, hugged me, teased me, consoled me, made me his princess. I heard the stories about him, his cruelty, knew my mother's resentment, how she tried to trick him again and again out of his secret. Samson drifted in from his musings. I remember velvet nights melting when thirst burns sweetly, 1,000 drownings requited and denied. A night sailing softly on a golden glide, incense a delicious mist around us. Love has no reason. I remember my dreams burning. The darkness is final. Naomi told of the night she awakened to shouting, fighting, curses. Men came for her father. His power was shorn from his head. Taking their vengeance, they burned his eyes out. She remembered her mother gloating, bathing in the praise of her kinsmen, swimming in gold. Delilah told Naomi that in the morning she would go to serve in the temple, never to return. She ran away, followed her papa. Ever since, she has been his eyes, stolen to feed him, consoled him, and cradled his broken heart when all had abandoned him. Zeloponith relents and embraces her granddaughter. A storm comes down the street with trumpet blasts and drumming. Rapha of Gath, warrior and hero of the Philistines, struts in gleaming armor. Naomi knows him, his pride, his fame, his anger, hopes he is marching elsewhere. Samson sits in the shadows unseen. Naomi tells her grandmother to say he is dead. It will be the only way to save him. Zeloponith agrees, although she knows he will hate this. Rapha stands at the door, greeting Naomi with a silver voice, asking about her mother. Acts like he is visiting a noble house, although he stands before a grimy shack. He notices Zeloponith, remarks on the many years etched in her weathered face. And what of your father? Has the mill wheel broken him yet? Naomi nods. Yes, it has. Yesterday I led him home, put him to bed. In morning's light, as the trumpets sounded the festival, his breath left his body. Now he is cold. Harapha frowns. I was hoping this wasn't so. I have waited a decade to meet him, confront his arrogance, mock his strength. What a fool he was, trusting a woman with his secret, a woman who tried to betray him again and again. He deserved slavery. He deserved blindness. He deserved suffering. It would have been a kindness to kill him. Samson staggers to the door and answers him. I'm sorry I can't take you up on your kindness. Harapha takes a step back. So this is Samson, a poor image for such a rich legend. I have come to compare the man with the myth. Samson stands tall, gripping his staff with an iron hand. Come closer, I will show you. Oh, how I have been cheated. If I had been there when you slew an army with the jawbone of an ass, I, Harapha of Gath, would have forced you to steal a sword. I would have added your blood to the blood you had spilled. Oh, the corruption and blindness have denied me the eternal fame of conquest. Such yesterdays are not lost yet. Samson blocks the door in defiance. Trust not the legend. Discover for yourself. What do you mean? Wait until dark. Choose any alley. Put on your finest armor, your brightest blade. I and my oaken staff will show you how your kinsman died. I and my oaken staff will show you how your kinsman died. Trust not the legend. Discover it for yourself. Harapha bristles. His soldiers are amazed, standing open-mouthed at Samson's defiance. Amazed, the slave would challenge him. Your God is a myth, and you are the living proof of that. Rule your people through the power and victory of Dagon. Samson is unmoved. I left my God. His judgment put me here. He could raise me from the dead to level this city if it were his will. Do not hold back, coward. I am ready, you impotent bastard, heathen. You shame your fathers by whining about days that should have been. Suddenly, Harapha laughs, making the soldiers jump, surprised. His mirth echoes in the streets, an evil laugh, a laugh of madness. Excellent. Your defiance serves me well, slave Samson. I am glad you have hope. It will only be sweeter when I take it from you. We will indeed meet in battle, but not in the dark of night, not when you have a chance. We will meet in broad daylight, today, now, in the midst of the temple. I will show my people whose God is real, as I give your life to Dagon. Take him. Naomi and Zelophehad vainly try to hold back the troops as they see Samson. He doesn't resist as they take him away. It is no use. He is taken. He has been ripped from them. He is gone. The street is quiet again. The troops have marched off. Zelophehad wonders out loud, why did he leave so quietly? Does he know what's going on? Naomi does not know why he left so quietly either. The look on his face was like nothing she'd ever seen before. Her grandmother agrees. He was almost peaceful, but she had seen the set of his jaw before, every time he went to punish the Philistines. Naomi cannot stay. She has always followed her father. She knows her mother's people are hungry for his blood. Zelophehad sits lost in her thoughts. Darkness. We languish in darkness. The Philistine lash sings in our ears and laughs on our backs. I spent most of my life childless, thinking that I was the only woman God cursed. Then an angel's voice brought news of a son, a holy trust of God. Mother Sarah raised Isaac in her old age. Was I worthy of her example? Was I worthy of such a sacred trust? He always did what he wanted, a spoiled child. Every frustration they gave him brought anger and chaos for the smallest insult. Our people did not trust him, said he would ruin our safety by angering the Philistines. Now God has taken him from us. Now our revenger is a caged animal, a slave to mock, a sacrifice to a foreign god. Our prophecy of deliverance is gone. The festival echoes down the city streets, jubilation in the distance. It seems the entire city is there, together in exaltation. This is their day. This is their day of triumph. From a distance, The festival echoes down the streets. A cloud rises over the city, an epic disaster. Terror was in that noise. The world shook. It seemed the walls all around her were falling down. Naomi staggers down the street. Her grandmother embraces her, happy she survived. She pants heavily, worried. Slowly, the story comes from her lips, a story she barely believes, despite having witnessed it. The temple was full of festival. The drums and the trumpets sang a song of vengeance. All the great of the city were there, even my mother, Delilah. They led him to the center of the temple with his oaken staff. He was calm, peaceful, yet gripped his staff with purpose. Arapha came in his brightest armor, holding his sharpest blade. He led the crowd in cheers, celebrating his victory in advance. But when he swung his blade, Papa's oaken staff came to meet it. Somehow, he knew where every blow would fall. Papa laughed, teasing him, his staff clanging his opponent's helmet savagely. Harapha fell into a rage, swinging his sword wildly as if he were blind. But Papa tormented him, kept him coming, frustrated him. At last, one great blow caved Rapha's head in, and he went down, unbreathing. I ran to him, and he asked me to lead him to the pillars that held up the temple roof. All was chaos around us. He knew I was there. I don't know how. He told me to put his hands on the pillars that held up the temple roof. I was scared. I did what he wanted. I would do anything for him. I saw his face harden. His hair had grown back. The muscles of his arms shone with power. Papa flexed his muscles for one more effort and yelled, "Today, God delivers his people. Today is the day of vengeance. Today, God fulfills his promise. Today is fulfillment of hope. Today is the day of freedom. Run away, Naomi. You must leave me here. The prophecy is fulfilled, but you are not part of it. I must die with the Philistines. You must live, my child." At first, Naomi ran, then stopped at a distance where she could see him. Samson pulled the temple down. Samson pulled the temple down. No one survived, not even him, not even Papa. Zelepolnith listened, tears streaming down her cheeks. An unexpected revelation. Sorrow took voice with the tears. The mirror clears, revealing an alien land. Samson arose a phoenix from the ashes of himself. The blaze that burst forth consumed our phoenix. Who is our champion now? Where shall we look for help? Naomi, you are an orphan. Your world here is gone. Come with me, Naomi. You have a home with me. As Samson's daughter, all will love you. Naomi wept in her grandmother's arms, and Zelepolnith consoled her. A wind from the desert blew down from the hills, a breath from home, a breath of peace, a breath of God. The cloud over the city dispersed, fragrance filled the air. Zelepolnith and Naomi wonder at the changes. The world is being transformed before them. Rays of sunlight break through the clouds in a loving touch. Looking up, a smile creases the old woman's face through her tears, and prophecy comes out. Be at peace, my child. There is no room for lamentation. Rejoice, rejoice. Samson has returned to God, and God accepted him. Samson gave up his pride to become a vessel of God's will, and so fulfill his prophecy. We will take him home and build him an eternal monument, a sign of his victory. Children shall gather there to read his great story and burn with holy flames. They will become 1,000 Samsons, holy champions of God. I never truly understood you, Papa. What kind of hero were you? Who chose you to be their champion? All your life seemed to be about you. You enjoyed tormenting your enemies, yet in the end you gave your life so freely. I understand your anger, your thirst for justice, but not your love of destruction. You were kind to me, Papa. You took care of me. You stood up for me. You showed me something holy as a blind slave. You let me lead you. You let me care for you. You let me see your frustration, which a mill wheel could never grind down. You have given me your mother. I will take care of her for you. You destroyed my home here, and you give me another. I cannot see what's ahead. A new life in a new country. You've taught me to go forward when staying put isn't possible. I hope you find peace in your monument. I hope God rewards your faith. Goodbye, Papa. I will always love you, Papa. Sleep in peace.